What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jobbers and Goons, and today we are here to talk about a new update in the DC side of gaming for a character that I personally have a lot of love for. And I don't like the development. I think this is trash. I think this ruins the legacy of the character, and we're definitely going to speak on that today. This is how Arkham Batman was absolutely ruined based on what we've seen from the Suicide Squad kills to Justice League. Now, before we get into this, I did say I'm done with power scaling and versus battles. That is official. Don't like the community. A lot of weird stuff's been going on, a lot of harassment, a lot of nasty, vile threats, and it's just a toxic place I don't want to be a part of anymore. Wish the best of luck to every other power scaler, but that's not for me anymore. I'll be back to comic reviews, rants, anime and manga reviews, breakdowns, what ifs, explanations, and all that. If you want to have access to my scaling servers, I'm doing a super sale on that because I don't really care about scaling anymore. So hit me up on Discord. I got Doom, Spawn, Namor, hundreds of different other characters of both anime, cartoon, manga, comics, all that. Massive servers. Definitely hit me up if you are interested. The only scaling you'll see on my channel going forth are just sponsored videos I have to get done that were already sponsored before I made this decision. Now, getting into this, make sure to smash the like button, 300 plus likes, and I'll keep going with Goon Rants where I talk about modern day problems in the comic and anime world. Now, Arkham Batman is someone I have a special place in my heart for because I've played all the Arkham games when I was a kid up to now. I've always been in love with those games. My favorite one of all time was Arkham Asylum. I thought that game was a 10 out of 10. And that's a version of Batman that is irreplaceable. It's just, first of all, Kevin voiced it, and I do want to address this early. I don't think this was made in any malice or with any intent of like ending the legacy of Kevin. As you guys know, rest in peace, Kevin passed, and he was the voice of Arkham Batman. They didn't have any way of really knowing he was dying during the production of this game, during the development of the story. So in truth, this development, this story arc was created without the knowledge of Kevin's soon passing. So that has nothing to do with it. I've seen a lot of fans online talking about that, and I disagree with that. It had nothing really to do with him passing. That's just how the story played out. Now, this is something that's blown up on social media in terms of the reaction to what has occurred. Based on what's shown in the cutscenes of Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, not only do multiple members of the Justice League get killed, but we see Arkham Batman get absolutely gunned down like a dog. Ridiculous. Now, let me talk about my issues with this, because there's some issues that I think are easy to address and some that aren't. First of all, addressing the title of the game. Like, we should have known, and we do know, that likely Justice League members would die in the game. It's literally called They Kill the Justice League. That's not where my issue lies. My issue lies with using and the utilization of a character like Arkham Batman. What do I mean by that? Well, in the gaming world, in comics, anywhere that has to do with DC, there's a multiverse. There's a multitude of characters, even in Injustice, perfect example. That's alternate reality Superman and other characters. We were fine in Injustice when characters died because they weren't mainline and the impact wasn't as profound. Case in point here, the impact is profound. Arkham Batman is a character with an amazing legacy. He's been around for so long, he's had multiple hit games, not just regular games. You will never hear Arkham games get hated on. Legit. They were fantastic. All of them are incredible. And this was a Batman, well built, amazing story building, and most importantly, pretty much had his story concluded already. Pretty much had a perfect ending to his character arc as a version of Batman. And that kind of ties into what I hate about this. When you have a character that's nearly flawless in production, storytelling, and development, especially if they pretty much have an ending to what they had going on, you leave them alone. You do not bring them back. Now, I understand the temptation to do so because Arkham Batman is wildly popular. However, you have to ignore that temptation. In doing so, you're really going for cheap views. You're really going for cheap clicks because you understand the love this character has. You're not clickbaiting because you are killing him, but you're dragging people in like, oh, this is Arkham Batman. Look how they're going to do him. I wonder if the developers, if the creators thought this would intrigue people, seeing Arkham Batman get done in this fashion, but in truth, it's the opposite. I haven't seen a single person like this. I haven't, and you got to keep in mind, most of the stuff I've seen is like on Twitter. I'll get Google alerts, stuff like that. Even on Twitter, where we have some of the worst opinions to ever exist, people are like, this is trash. You don't do this to Arkham Batman. You do this to an alternate reality Batman. You do this to a different version. Like I said, I don't hinge much on the argument of, oh, this is disrespectful to Kevin, because again, I just really doubt the developers had any idea Kevin was going to pass in the manner he did and when he did. But you don't do this to the character. You don't do it to such a fleshed out, completed story like Arkham Batman. You don't bring the Arkhamverse into this, and you don't use him as a prop to build hype for the game, because what you are going to do is kill the hype for the game. Nobody wants to see that version of Batman die. Nobody wants to see Arkham Batman's legacy get tarnished for the sake of a Suicide Squad game. That's not the move. Now, if they had done an alternate Batman, alternate Justice League, versions of the Justice League that don't have those ties, they don't have that development, they don't have that world building already behind them and the legacy that in most cases is completed, this would have been fine. I think it would have been cool hunting alternate versions of them. However, they used Arkham, and I think it's in poor taste. I think this was a terrible decision. This is not a character you use for a cheap video game kill. This is one of the most beloved characters DC has ever put out, regardless of comics, movies, or games. Arkham Batman is that solid. And how he was done is ridiculous. I think this was a mistake, and I really do think it's going to hurt the sales and reviews of the game. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you like what they did with Batman here? Do you like they killed Arkham Batman? How do you feel about it? I'm curious to get your takes. And I think the only ones that would really care, or not care, so to speak, would be people that didn't play the Arkham games. But another case in point, if they didn't play the Arkham games, why would they play this game? It just doesn't make sense. But I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm probably going to post another video today. I'm bringing a series to the channel called The Classics, where I look back at some of my favorite videos I've ever made on my channel. But because they're in older times, my editing was way worse, my recording was worse, I'm going to be remaking them, remastering them, and dropping absolute classics because a lot of people probably didn't even see them. But yes, stay on the lookout for that because, of course, Dr. Doom's coming through. And yeah, anyways, it's been your boy Jobbers and Goons. I'll see y'all later. Peace.